By a quick show of hands, how many of you guys have ever pulled into a parking lot where you were immediately confronted by the lot attendant and told, hey, you park your car here, you're going to get towed, and thought to yourself, wow, this guy must really hate his job. Well, today I'm going to share with you my experiences as a Black Star employee. For those of you who have had jobs that entail you to do certain things that you may not want to do, I'm sure you can relate to my personal experiences with bad job duties. First off, initially I was hired as a valet runner, told I was going to be parking cars, working special events, making tips. Well, come to find out, I was going to be sitting, attending a lot all day. You would be amazed at how boring being a lot attendant can be. You sit in the lot 7 to 8 hours, rain or shine, making sure cars are parked just within their lines, and that's about it. But on top of standing bored in a black cement lot all day, I also had to deal with towing cars. I'm sure you can all relate when I say nobody wants to get their car towed, especially not from a 17-year-old high school student. Well, this duty I especially hated. It was always putting me into bad situations, towing cars, and it just never really sat well with me. To make matters worse, customers were awful. One of the most frustrating things I had to deal with on the job was telling a guest, hey, your car has been towed. And this never ended well. It was Fiestas a few years back, one of our busier times of year. And a guest had returned to find out that his car had been towed. Next thing I remember, smell of protein all over me, angry, Hulk-like figure yelling at me, trying to fight. Next thing I remember, I ended up hiding in the bathroom, cleaning up. I called the cops, called my manager. They showed up, sent me home, and I got a call later that day saying, hey, don't come to work tomorrow or the remainder of the week. You're not going to be getting paid. You're not fired, but you're not working this week for doing my job. So that made me pretty frustrated. But lastly, and what ultimately led me to quitting my job was my boss. From the day I started to the day I quit, he was always micromanaging employees, abusing power. It was never considered. I could never get days off. He was never on property, so if anything were to go bad, I was stuck there by myself to deal with it. And after about 15 months of working with the company, I was never evaluated or never even given a raise. Finally, one day while I was at work, he showed up, told me my facial hair was too long, and threw me a disposable razor and told me to deal with it. I went to the next door bathroom to shave. There was no shaving cream. Bathroom had no mirrors. So when I returned, blood all over my face, blotches of hair everywhere, and my manager just stood there laughing at me. This made me furious. I was tired of being taken advantage of. I ended up putting my 2 weeks in on the spot, and I never showed up for work the next day. In conclusion, today I shared my experience with you as a Blue Star employee. So next time you go to park your car and see that lot attendant, be nice. Or else you never know, you may come back with no car. Thank you.